Browns pulled off the upset of the week by beating the previously undefeated Packers 13-10 on Sunday. Cleveland didn't score until the fourth quarter and needed a 55-yard field goal as time expired to get the job done. But in the end, they came away with their first win of the season. And despite this effort, Deion Sanders has faith he's going to see his son Shedeur take the field. Listen.
Be patient and be ready. You got to be ready when it's time. But when it's time, you're going to know. I'm saying it's coming up. You know, I got a prediction. I ain't telling nobody. I got a feeling when it's going to go down. But it's going to go down this year. All right. It's going to get a shot.
All right, Kmart, you follow this Browns team very closely. Do you believe Shedeur is going to get his shot?
I thought that he would get a shot in week 17 or 18 before the season started. Honestly, my opinion sort of is the same. Around as early as week 15, fine. But I don't think we're going to see him halfway through this season. And the reason I say this, not based off of his talent, Stephen Shea, it's really based off of the actions. I'm watching the head coach, I'm watching the organization. There's a reluctance to draft him. There's a reluctance to give him first team reps during training camp. There's a reluctance to name him the number 2 quarterback. There's still another rookie quarterback ahead of him on the depth chart. So based off of those things that I'm observing, I think the kid is talented, but watching the organization, I would say no unless Joe Flacco is hurt.
I disagree. I think we're going to see him earlier than expected because I think their offense is awful. And I think that when you have your defense that's out there playing the way that they've played in 2 of the 3 weeks that they've played, showing you how elite they can be, then you can't continue to go week to week being as anemic and impotent offensively as the Joe Flacco-led offense has been. Eventually, obviously, you're going to put Dylan Gabriel in there. He's a bit undersized, even though he's skilled. He's a bit undersized, and I think that will be exposed come on NFL Sunday. And at some point in time, the fans there are going to clamor to see Deion Sanders, and I think that's going to be sooner than later. I'm not saying it's going to be the next 2 or 3 weeks, but I don't think it's going to take week 16 or 17 for this to happen. I think you're going to see it happen earlier, but by default, it's because their offense is significantly more god-awful than we suspected.
I mean, it worked itself out in the preseason, right? Like, we saw Shedeur earlier than we thought because of injuries and whatnot. Like, we could have the same situation happening because of their deficiencies on offense here in the regular season. All right.
The Packers, Evan. They beat the Packers.
You're a bad guy.
How'd the Patriots fare?
They lost.
Oh.
They lose a lot. Like a lot over the last 4 or 5 years. Like horrifically bad. Like they're awful at times. That's what happens with them. At Midas, you win when you walk through their doors. At Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs or replacements. Real value with honest service you can count on mile after mile. It's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas. So if you think about the Browns right now, and you think about controversies around their team, there are none, right? I mean, like, all of a sudden, what happened on Sunday eliminated, at least for now, any conversation about Joe Flacco to the bench and Dylan Gabriel starting their backup quarterback, at least for now. It's not like they had some unbelievable offensive output. But I say this unfortunately as someone that absolutely roots for the Sanders family. Deion did this week what NFL teams honestly were afraid that he was going to do. He did nothing wrong, but this is what they were afraid of. He was on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce and commented on his son, Shedeur, who is, of course, a quarterback on the Cleveland Browns.
Been keeping up with Shedeur in Cleveland. What's the best piece of advice you've given him as a dad and as a coach?
Be patient and be ready. You got to be ready when it's time. But when it's time, you're going to know. And it's coming up.
There we go.
You know, I got a prediction. I ain't telling nobody. I got a feeling when it's going to go down. But it's going to go down this year.
It's going to happen. All right.
Yeah, he can get a shot.
And that's all you can ask for as a player. All you can ask for is the opportunity, right?
Tell me this, because this was all over the media, because I know y'all keep it a buck. That's why I love y'all to life.
Yes.
They made a big deal out of Philly called us on draft day.
Okay.
They didn't mention that. I just let a cat out the bag.
I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Who was it? Baltimore. And
I
the
heard
Browns.
this, yeah.
And the Browns. They forget, I know, I played for Baltimore, so me and Ozzy are cool. So we understood that whole conversation, and he wanted to talk to Shedeur as well as you want to talk to me. And I put Shedeur on the phone, and Shedeur, I don't want to say how it went, but how in the world can somebody fault him for saying or thinking, why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 more years?
For sure.
I've never sat on the bench and said, well, I learned a lot today.
Okay, a couple of things there. First, the last thing. I mean, Deion is arguably the greatest cornerback of all time, so the idea of him sitting on the bench would be odd and learning from someone else. I'm not saying you cannot learn from someone that is worse than you. The concept of Deion sitting on the bench for someone worse than him would be odd in general.
He's the best athlete
to ever live.
Every single time he touches the field.
Right. So that part he's not saying tongue-in-cheek, I'm taking it tongue-in-cheek, okay? This is unfortunately why teams weren't interested. Because of this. Now you have the most prominent sports dad along with LeBron James making projections and predictions.